afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again. I've been having a few days away. I've been to sunny Scotland to see my son and his girlfriend who's just graduated to be a biochemist, a clever girl. And it would be rude not to go around Scotland to find a model shop, would it? So I did. And I came up with this. I've been after for quite a while and I got it for a reasonable price of £22.50. It was just a little, wasn't a model shop, it was just a little shop with a few kits in. Toy shop really, but bargain. I snapped it up. So as you can see, it's the Soviet Object 704 SPH experimental tank. It's a Trumpeter and it's a 135 scale. And so the artwork is quite nice again. Looks like the normal chassis off a KV, or the IS, no it isn't a KV, that's off the IS3 I think, or something like, or IS2. Similar sort of running gear. And kit box on the side, just the same. Its kit number is 05575. If anybody's interested. And on this side we just have the usual, sort of a little bit of a colour call out there. Looks sort of unusual sort of shape. And on the other side we have another colour call out again of it from the side view. And there we have a little bit of information. If I leave it there a second, if you can read it, might move in a bit closer. And then we have a little bit of PE in there, and I think there's a metal barrel, because I've just literally opened the box this morning, haven't had a chance to do anything. I'm sure there's saying a metal barrel in there. So without further ado, let's have a look what we've got. It's not a deep box, so I wouldn't have thought that would be that much plastic. So I shall put that down on the floor. I shall move it out the way, and we'll start with the other hull. That's it. You can see it's an unusual shape, to say the least. It's angled armour all the way around. Quite nice. Not much texture. Looks like it was any cast texture or pretty plain, but you can weather it up, I suppose, and make it look nice. You can see got the nice big chunks of the side arm and the weld seams. They're quite nice. And the plates where they've been burnt cut. They're quite nice. Mudguards built in. Quite a few hatches there. 5 hatches. And the rear, there's the usual sort of with the engine grills and things like that. And the mudguards again put on. Can't really see what. Yeah. Quite nice though, not bad at all, not a bad start at all. Right, we get all the bigger parts done, and I was right. There is a metal barrel in here, which is nice. Nice to change. I think it's basically the same gun as the ISU 152 without the muzzle. I think. I'm almost certain it is. Probably wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm almost certain it is. Right, so the low, so it's quite long, it's thin, but obviously you can see where the upper hull is an unusual shape. And there again, it's just the same, Object 704, with no date. I don't think it's particularly old, this kit. I'll have a look in the box in a minute just to make sure. Nice detail on the bottom, you know, as the usual fare on the bottom of the engine hatches, escape hatches, and you know, hatches to get to the engine and bits and pieces. Quite nicely detailed. And there again, it's quite long, isn't it? It's quite long, narrow, but the upper hull is quite wide. And the metal barrel, no point in getting that out of there. Apparently it should have been rifled, but this one isn't rifled. Apparently this is one of the faults with the kit. But I was wondering if I've got a little tap die I can put in there and just turn it. We'll have a go. I think I may have. We shall find out when I make it. Yeah, so it's the lower hull and upper hull. And we can start off now with the looks like the sides of the upper hull. Yeah, there's a nice angled, not much detail, quite, but again I'll have to look a bit of research into this one and see if there's any textures that we need to add onto it, like a cast texture or something. There's a faint texture there, but not a great deal. And that looks like the rear, one of the rear. It's quite nicely detailed. That's quite nice. There again, sprue B. Yep, it's quite nice. So a little bit of a. Let's say I will be building the Sturm Tiger first before I do anything else. So this could be after the Sturm Tiger, depending on what else happens during the week. Well, the Sturm Tiger is going to be quite a long build, as you've seen from the other video I did. A few optional extras I've bought, and we've got the gun mantlet and other bits and pieces, which has got a nice cast texture. That's really nice. Quite happy about that, and on that one as well. And on the front, it's quite a wide gun mount there, isn't it? Big gaping hole, that. It's got a cast texture again on there. The two-piece barrel, obviously we won't be using that. Some nice little details, nicely, nicely moulded again, no flash, not a lot of plastic. Headlight there, with the actual markings on for the headlight. A few small handles and other bits and pieces there. Quite nice. Yep. Yeah, I can't see this being a long build, but there again, could be a long build depending on how much time you get at the bench. Right, we have a couple of bags here with, oh, this one's one of these resealable bags, is it? It is as well. We have two sprues in here, sprue D, which is part of the running gear. Obviously we have the sprocket, and part of the transmission, I think. Oh, that's final drive. Really nicely detailed again. The sprocket is really nicely done. Some lifting hooks there, some really small pieces there. I'm going to take the mud off the tracks, I think that is. Scraper goes up near the sprocket, and part of the running gear again. There's a cover for the, it looks like the sprocket. Yeah, the cover for the sprocket front, which is nicely detailed again. Excuse the fingers, a bit dirty, obviously I've been working on the King Tiger today. A few hatches there. Nice delicate parts on these, we'll have to be careful when we're taking these off the sprues. But, yeah. Let's just pop them back in there. And single sprue here. Now there's two sprues again, the same in this one. Is it one of those bags again I can get into? Yeah, if I get into it, that's it really. Yeah, two sprues the same again, put the extra fuel tanks, and they're slide moulded, which is very nice indeed. That's a real nice touch. I haven't seen that in the kit for a while. And nice detail on the fuel drums as well, fuel canisters again. That's really nicely done. Some really small detailed parts there. As you can see, it's no seams to take out, which is really good. So a nice bit of detail on top of the fuel drums as well, or fuel tanks, whichever you want to call them. So there's two of those, obviously the one each side. And then moving on to the wheels, which we have two bags with four pieces, 2 bags, all separate bags with the same sprues. As we have the running gear, which is the usual sort of, I'm sure it's IS2 running gear, or very similar, typical. And the suspension arms, nice big chunky suspension arms, I like that. Nicely detailed, it's got a cast texture on the actual on the wheels, as you can see. It's unusual, never seen that before. See again, there's like a, it must be nice to bring a nice wash up on them, they're quite nice. Had a couple of the hubs for the wheels as well, they're nicely detailed. So there's 4 sprues of those for the wheels. And then we have another, we have another bag of the same sprue again, which is probably more to do with the suspension again. So really, there's a couple of the rollers at the top. Some really nice details on these, really nicely moulded. So there's no flash, no stupid marks where there shouldn't be, no injection marks, and what the injection marks there is you won't see, but they're really nicely detailed. Yep, even on the reverse. More lifting hooks there, or tow cable hooks. Yeah, so there's two of those as well. Sorry, 4 of those. Another bag with the same stuff in again. And then we have one little sprue bag here on its own, which is the machine gun, which it looks nice. Let's have a look, see if that's been slide molded or it's got a. That's a shame. There's no end. There's no end in the gun. It's going to be impossible to get that drilled out, I would have thought. But the detail is quite nice. Yeah, the detail is quite nice on it, but just a shame there's no nothing on the end to drill out. It's far too fine to drill out. I would have thought it would just break the gun. But everything is there for the gun. Obviously got the put the top of the turret and the machine gun and the fuel ammo boxes, everything else to go with the gun. So nicely detailed again. Little Russian red star on the ammo boxes. And then we get on to the tracks. So we have 2 bags of tracks, and we have 1, 2, 3, 6 in each bag, so obviously it's 12, even I can count. Okay, let's have a look at them. Let's see what they've given us. No point in getting one out. And there's no injection pin marks anywhere I can see, which is a great start. So we've got some nice detail on there. So we've got 1, 2, 4 points each one. So some of them have only got 2. Yeah, I've got 4 with the where they've taken them off the mould. That shouldn't take too long to clean up. Some nice details on the front and on the reverse. We have guide hooks. Sorry, the everything's there. Yeah, there's the. Mine's gone blank. Mine's totally gone blank. But you can see guide ons. It'll nicely molded again, so it's quite smooth on that side, but the other side is really quite nice. That's obviously the more side you're going to see as well, so that's going to be quite nice. So that'll be an interesting little development when I start doing those tracks. So I don't mind spending a bit of time on tracks if they're, you know, like the main, when I do the final reveal on the King Tiger, the main tracks that I got for it were superb, really were. Right, so we've got a small thread of PE, which we have the engine covers. There we go. Take a light off there, there's a few bits and pieces on there, a couple of handles by the looks of it, or something or other. 2012 Trumpeter kit by the looks of it, so it's 6 years old. That's not too bad. And then we have the decals, which are the usual sort of, no point really getting them out. There's some numbers and the Russian emblem, and that's about it really. I don't know if you can quite make them out. Some white numbers and the Russian emblem. So really no point in getting them out just to see the numbers. Nothing exciting there. And then we're on to the important parts, the instructions. So obviously we have on the front cover a picture of the tank and a bit of information, read before assembly, the guides, pictures to tell you when not to glue and all that kind of thing. There's a sort of Trumpeter, which is nice again. Well, it's only a green, but you know, there's obviously no unit markings to say it was only a developmental tank. They only made one, I think I said in the box, but Mr. Hobbycraft, Russian green, silver and black, that's basically it for the colours. And then obviously we have a bit of stuff again from Trumpeter advertisements for Trumpeter kits, and a bit of CAD drawings again for the let me take that light out of there. CAD drawings for the 704. As you can see, it's like a really quite low, squat little tank. Well, not little, it's quite wide and a big meaty gun. So some nice pictures there. So we've got the right and view, left, right, top view of the tank. So it's, you know, that's worth keeping. There's a little bit of information. I think it must be the same again that's on the yeah. It contains 452 parts on 29 sprues, 11 photo etched and 1 metal barrel. It says 100% new tooling when this was created. So yeah, it's quite nice bit of detail and things in there, so worth looking at. And then we have the instructions. It's obviously the usual fare. We have the sprue map, and then as we normally do, we start off with the running gear and the low hull. Nothing too hard there, and again there with the wheels. Probably won't put the wheels on at that time, keep them separate, get them sprayed and put them on at a later date, and same with the tracks. So what does it say about any tracks? How many complete tracks? 84 links per side. So we shall build those and see how they go. And then again, I certainly won't be putting them on at that stage. Again, that'll be one of the last things I do. There's not, let's say it's not a big, maybe starting on with the putting on the upper hull, so I may have to. I might have to do the lower hull first. We'll see when we get to that point. We have this struts for the sides by the looks of it. It's angled and deflected, like a really angled all the way around, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I might have to. I'll see. These are only going. We'll see. We'll see. When we get there, obviously got the tracks, spare tracks, tow hooks. And there again, it's not really much to the build, is there? It's just telling you there's the rear plate, smaller plates, some small bits and pieces, and it's saying to put the lower hull to the bottom of the hull, and then we're starting to add the fuel drums. And the commander's cupola by the looks of it, or is it? One of the cupolas with the vision blocks. And there again, it's a fairly straightforward build. Nothing too complicated. Then we have more fuel drums, more hatches to put on, lifting out again. Then we're starting the gun of the machine gun. Obviously the front mantlet to put together there, which is then put onto the front of the tank with the rest of the hatches. So that seats maybe in there. Nothing really too much to it. It'll be a fairly straightforward build. I'm just quite concerned about the tracks. And putting the low hole to the bottom. But in that, we'll have to leave it till last, I think. And then we're assembling of the gun, but bit of PE there to bend round for. Ah, I see. Oh, I was saying about the rifling. We have a bit of PE, which is PE5. Ah, there. So we have the rifling to bend to go inside the barrel. So they've actually thought of it, which is nice. Looking forward to this build again. I do like the old Russian armour, I must admit. But, fairly simple build, he says. So I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else. I'll do a what's on the desk video I made tonight. I might even get one of them knocked up today, show you how far I'm on with the King Tiger. That's the only kit I've actually got on the go at the moment, and a few figures to go with it. So I think that's about it then. So I'd like to thank you very much for viewing and taking the time out of your day to do so. And thank you to my subscribers, new and old. They're saying we're going in the right direction, which is quite nice. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll speak soon.